WWE fans, welcome to Fabulous Wrestling Talk, WWE WrestleMania 41, I believe it is, night one preview. We decided to do two shows because there are 13 plus matches to talk about. There's nobody I'm talking WWE about except for with my tag team partner, Daniel Snyder. How are you, bud?
Always good. Looking forward to this weekend. Now, I think it's going to be interesting, even though night one, I'm spending it running around Target. Even though I requested the day off with it being the day before Easter, it's all hands on deck. And it just so
Yep,
happens I'm the
yep,
biggest hand.
yep, yep.
So I'll be watching most of the, the first part of the pay per view while trying to take care of guests.
Hey, as only you can.
Yes, sir.
When the world needs a hero, they call Batman, they call Superman. When Target needs a hero, they call my man Dan Snyder.
Dan the man.
Yep. Oddly enough, I have one of the most open weekends I have had in probably a decade. Just got something to do Saturday morning, got something to do Sunday morning, and then it's yard work and WrestleMania, and that's my weekend.
Yeah, Saturday is morning just doing whatever I do. Then I'll leave at 2 and I'll be there until 10, 11, something like that. But
Well,
Sunday,
you'll be managing that tag team that we see you in all those um, uh, gym videos in. That's crazy. Why I thought for sure you'd be doing this show from the gym because all those heel videos you keep shooting from there.
we can't find any opponents. We're looking.
I'll talk to some promoters. We'll see what we can do. And speaking of promoters, there are seven matches to talk about in night number one. A couple of them are only going to get a few minutes. Some other ones I wish we could talk about for about 10 hours. But I'm just going to go down for everybody that doesn't know. I am looking at the Wikipedia page, and I am just going to go from
From
match
the
number
number
one to
one to,
match number seven.
yeah,
Uh, in all honesty, I would keep
this
it pretty
makes
close
sense.
to how
Yeah,
it looks right now because this looks like a stellar lineup.
yeah.
And we're going to kick it off. Where are they? There they are. We're going to kick it off with Gunther versus my man Jay Uso. Uh, I've already kind of said in recent weeks and leading up to this, even a couple weeks ago, I think the right move and my own personal move is for Jay to win this. I think there is nobody hotter in the game right now than him. And like you said, you sent me a text, and I'll let you explain the text more. But you sent me a text. You said I just watched Gunther with a certain reaction he had, and I think it just told me the whole way this is going.
Um, 2 weeks ago on Monday Night Raw, Jay came out and he cut a promo, which got me a little interested in the match. Like I've been blowing this match off from the jump, like that. My ADD would go crazy for those. Um, and like there was no yeeting. He came out there and just cut a crazy promo.
Yep.
And then this past Monday, the yeet came back. He's which I don't know if that was a good thing for him. I feel like he should have stayed yeetless until the night of WrestleMania. Came out, heated it up, and then let his performance do what it does.
Yeah.
So couple things on this one. I got a couple ones that this is going to fall in. I've just been running through stuff through my head.
Hmm.
Um, The Rock held up, did the one, two, three, and then the next, And I'm thinking John Cena, The Rock. Who's number three? Does The Rock help his cousin win the championship? Does Jay join, sell his soul and join the that little tirade there? I mean,
For
let's
Jey
think about
Uso.
it. A month before, who came out with Jay? It was Travis Scott.
I'll be
So
honest. I hope we go an entire WrestleMania without Travis Scott.
you and
You
me
know,
both.
He
but
annoys
we're not
me, and
going to.
not in a
Yes.
so annoying I have to see him, like annoying like he doesn't need to be there at all.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree, but I kind of feel a heel Jey Uso would be a very interesting Jey Uso and I'm not talking about Jimmy and Jay heel. I'm talking about singles Jay heel. I unless there's a an interference, I see Gunther winning this. I don't know. I feel like Gunther doesn't drop the belt. Um, I don't see the point of it outside of. I mean, I know you're like, hey, let's put the belt on the most over guy. Um, there's no matches for Jay in on Raw as the face, but there's matches for
Hmm.
Gunther still as a heel.
Okay, I see that point. That's yeah, because if Jay was good, being on SmackDown would be way better for him. There's way more heels to be chasing him. There's not that many heels uh
On
running
Raw.
around Raw right now.
Yeah,
They're all on SmackDown.
there you go. So
Keep in mind though
there is a draft coming up.
The post WrestleMania draft, and we could see the Solo and all of those in the Bloodline come flying over to Raw, and then suddenly Jay feuds with his cousins and little brother, and
Yeah, that's my call on it. Gunther.
okay, I got Jay. It's not just because I'm a big fan of him. It's he's so big, so popular right now. Like I said, this is Daniel Bryan 2.0, but a completely different spin on it because he's a
Yeah,
different kind of wrestler than Daniel Bryan.
yeah, because
Uh,
Daniel Bryan could actually wrestle.
he
I'm a hater,
Brian Danielson, Daniel Bryan, whatever he wants to go by, is quite possibly one of the most fundamental best technicians of all time,
but I
and
will
I put him
say
up there with a lot of other people. But as
Jay is
popular as
better on
Jay
the
is,
mic though. Jay is
yeah,
better on the mic.
oh yeah, yeah. He's better than his brother. He's maybe a notch or so under Roman as far as one of the better talkers of that family.
Okay, of that family. Okay, okay.
Of that family.
Yeah, I was say
And yeah, I'm including Dwayne. Dwayne's still up there too, but yeah, I got Jay. I don't see. I see some future plans with Jay that seems like they're already trying to put into place. Some things he can do, and it just seems like ever since they put Jay versus Gunther as this match together, it seems like I see nowhere for Gunther to go. Like if he wins, I don't see
what's
what the
his
next
next?
step is. So in the same way you said you don't see Jay opponent, they can shake that up with a draft. They can flip him or they can do all kinds of stuff there. Like with Gunther, like no Ludwig, just it seems like he's just going in circles right now, like he's lost. And I was like, why are we burying Gunther again?
Like I said, I understand that. I mean, and that's another reason why I'm kind of like, why would they take the title off of him? What do you do with it?
Right.
So
I
let's
think
see.
you give Jay a run till SummerSlam or so, and he can drop it to somebody. But I mean, to me, he's earned it because when his brother got hurt, he got the solo run, and he has just taken it and really ran with it and organically grew that whole movement behind him. That's not WWE pushing him. That's the whole crowd just going, that's the guy we like and that's the guy we cheer for. And they just said, well, then that's the guy we need to promote.
I think thinking about night two, I might have came up with somebody's next opponent. I might
Okay.
have came up with Gunther's next opponent, but we'll bring it up at night two.
Okay.
I'm gonna think about it. I'll tell you
There's
about it.
there's a couple. But we're split on that one. Pretty sure I knew we were going to do that. Match number two, the War Raiders, Eric and Ivar defend the tag team championships against the New Day. This is going to be classic tag team wrestling. This is going to be really, really good. And it's also going to get buried behind the opener like that.
Yeah, it's the New Day.
Oh, that's a
I'm
typo. That's a typo on them.
right because it is the New Day,
The
right?
New Day. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I'm saying Kofi and Xavier win another tag team. They don't need it, but at the same time, the War Raiders aren't getting over like we need the tag team to get over.
But they're also not getting pushed at all either. They're
Yeah,
either in squash matches or they're in 50-50 matches.
and I think that they don't know what to do. I think that's the
Right.
issue. but because they're not good on the mic.
Yeah.
Their matches are really just squashes. Where Kofi and Xavier are good on the mic. You don't have to have them wrestle. They'll be entertaining and just go on about their day. I think the New Day wins a tag title.
I agree, and I will use this theme not on every match, but at least on a couple that I'm looking at now. What makes the most money and what makes the most sense? In this case,
Yes,
it's the New Day with some new titles.
yes,
Because, like you said, it's because what's going to make people more upset, more discombobulated. It's oh man, the New Day won again. I can't believe that. What are we now? Everybody's going to chase them, and it means something. When people were chasing the War Raiders, it was the same 3 or 4 teams. Nobody cares.
yeah. I'm with you on that. Okay.
All right. Speaking of which, that theme is going to kick in on this one. One Rey Mysterio Jr. is going to face a newcomer. He's relatively new.
Yeah,
Um, well, he's relatively new to the WWE. Apparently, he's been wrestling for like
he's big in
centuries,
Mexico,
centuries. I think
dude.
not even decades, centuries. Long.
A whole bunch of titles. He's
Yeah,
great. Love to see that WWE signed him, and
yeah.
I'm happy to
I
see.
didn't even know he was out there, and then now it turns out he's like the hottest thing they could have signed, and that, of course, is El Grande Americano.
Big fan, big fan, big fan.
Now that's not Chad Gable. I want to put that out there.
Not at
That is
all.
not Chad Gable. Chad Gable's a
It's
different guy. He might be. I think Chad Gable is smaller than this guy because El Grande
I
looks jacked.
kind of, you know what? I kind of feel like Chad has been a fan of his for a long time because it looks like he went and got the same kind of tattoo as El Grande on the back of his neck.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
think
you've
he
seen
did
that?
it in his honor. Like, but
Yes,
but until all this luchador stuff come up, we didn't notice it back there that they share that in common. I think maybe they trained together because Chad did go to Mexico to help try to find the secret to the luchador. So it makes total sense.
100%. Um, El Grande wins this. I'm hoping 100% hope he wins. I don't think they expected this to get over as much as it has.
And boy, did it.
I don't think they really did. I think they was like, man, I mean, all jokes aside, this is probably the best that Chad's ever been in any role. Um,
Oh yeah.
I'm I'm loving it. I don't want them to end it yet. I think this is something
No.
he can ride. This, you know what
This
this
could
reminds me of?
this could end in a mask versus mask at like in Halloween time or something.
Yes, this reminds me of Owen Hart as the Blue Blazer.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Let's keep him out of the rafters. No rafters.
yes. Yeah, please. I'm loving it. I'm rooting for El Grande to win.
Yeah.
He's even slowly almost becoming a face. It's so wild. It's so wild. And
Even with all the wild accusations that he's loading up his mask when he's hitting people, he's not doing that.
yeah, I haven't seen it.
With
He's
a name
making
like
sure his mask is
Americano,
on tight.
yeah, he's like hey, as somebody that when my good buddy El Impacto is here, I mean, he's showed me the proper way to put on a mask, and it's tough. It
Yeah,
slides all the time. It's
and
hot.
that's why he just.
Crazy.
And I mean, they don't claim Rey Mysterio's put anything in his mask. He's fixing
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I'm going for El Grande. I think El Grande wins. You can't.
And I feel so bad saying that for Ray that he gets a WrestleMania moment. He's gonna get destroyed by El Grande Americano. But yeah, I'm glad we both agree that this is one of the most fun things on Raw right now, and I want it to go at least into October.
Yeah. You know what? Mm,
And then
we'll
mask
get
versus mask or uh
night two.
some kind
Night
of
two's
ladder
gonna.
match or something.
I'm telling you right now, night two's going. There's a match on night two that's going to lead to something to do with this as well. I'm telling you, I've got you. I've got you on this. Like night two's leading into a lot of this night one stuff, and I'll tell you how. But yeah, El Grande.
I'm keeping track of our picks here just to see. All right, up next, Jade Cargill versus Naomi. Now,
Not
I'm going to let you weigh in first because when this feud first started, I was very one sided. I have completely swapped to the other side because I think, once again, this is going to make the most money and this is going to be what's best for the WWE. So you go ahead.
I was interested to start. I liked the whole little. I mean, I kind of called this a little bit, couple pay premium live events back. I thought it was going to be all three of them, but um, I almost want to say it's too obvious that Jade is going to win.
Is it?
Um, I, it kind of is to me. I don't think you have that whole big thing just for Naomi to beat her at WrestleMania.
But then it's a one-off. What if Naomi wins, even underhandedly, or even if somehow Cargill wins but Naomi gets the upper hand? This thing goes a little bit longer down. It's not just a one-off payoff.
I feel like I'm worried about this being a one-off either way. To be honest with you, like if Naomi wins, what is there to prove? I beat you up, and now I've beat you on WrestleMania. I caught you when you wasn't sleeping. I mean, I caught you when you're slipping, but the whole story, I kind of feels like the only way that this can even extend is if somehow Bianca gets involved. That's the only way. Now, if Bianca gets involved, Naomi wins, Bianca goes heel.
Yep, which could impact a match on night two.
Yeah. So hey,
Imagine that, using night one to build night two. That's a novel concept.
there's a couple matches I kind of feel like should have did backwards with that whole thing, but yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go with Jade unless
Okay.
unless Bianca interferes, then I'm going to say Naomi with that building, just keeping the story going. That's the only way the story stays going is Naomi winning because of Bianca.
Okay. Well, I got you a J star in BB for that
Yeah,
reason. I got Naomi all the way because I've said on this show, my favorite version of Bailey is Bad Bailey because
yo,
heel Bailey to me is one of the most fantastic versions of Bailey you can get, and she's good all around. Naomi normally when she kind of does the glow stuff and all that. I kept saying for the last 6 months once they re-signed her, where is this going? She keeps getting inserted into matches, but she keeps doing this glow thing, and it's fine, and it's part of her personality. But I felt like there's so much more. I was, let's do the Shrek thing. Let's peel
heel
back the
Naomi's
onion. Let's
great.
see what else
Yeah,
is there. What we've seen the last couple weeks, emotional, ticked off, bad Naomi. I like it.
yeah,
Dark Naomi, it's like she's went to a whole nother place, like a place
I
that you
like
should
it.
just visit and not go very often. And I was like, if this Naomi's going to stick around, this may be the next best heel out there.
I
Tiffany
could see
Stratton's
that.
going to need a new opponent. Bailey's going to need an opponent. All these other whoever wins the good spoiler alert, I'm not picking Bianca. So if Io or Rhea wins, bad Naomi's a great person to put against her down the road. I feel like, and in doing that, and Jade thinking I'm just going to come in, I'm just going to clean house because I'm Jade Cargill, I'm the next big thing, and all that, and that's fine. She's not like that, but people think she's like that. But if you just do that, like I said, it's like it's all for nothing. But if Naomi gets the upper hand, then gets the upper hand again, it's like it's a whole new ball game now. We're going to have to see Jade evolve and come up a level, and we're going to see Naomi on this whole thing. And I agree that Bianca could go heel and kind of flip on Jade as well, and Jade could insert herself into that triple threat on the next night, which I think is where we're both going with that.
Yeah, that's
And
yeah.
I don't mind Bianca being bad because we haven't really seen her
As
be
bad.
heel all that much.
Yeah,
She was for just a touch,
a, ve-
but she can
almost
do
like
this whole
yeah.
elitist, better than you snooty thing better than anybody. And if she does that and Naomi does her like emotional, deep, like
You
just
have the new
evil,
day of the women.
oh man, that's they might be like one of the best things going.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, if Naomi wins, it's because Bianca, and then Jade will stop Bianca from winning the championship. And I
Which
think that's
makes
the
that
best thing to
which makes
happen.
that triad feud even deeper.
Yes.
Because now Jade will need somebody to combat with her, and you can pull in other people, or you can just have one versus two in different scenarios. And once again, it goes for months instead of minutes.
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
Up next, probably a match you're the least interested in. LA Knight is going to take on the
Yeah,
Samoan Werewolf Jacob Fatu. This may steal night one. This might be the best match on the entire card because nobody thinks it is. It's actually not buried because the best match in
it's in
front
a
of
good
it
spot.
is Gunther J. Uso. So there's a really good shot that this could be the second big tier that leads into the matches after this.
They stuck it between. If the card is like this, they stuck it between two matches. Actually, to be honest with you, the match before this one, I think, is going to be better than the match after this one.
Oh yeah,
But
the one
because I'm
after
not
is a
in,
mess.
yes, I'm not interested in that at all. But as much as I hate to say this, Fatu wins. Fatu wins his first real singles title. He deserves it. He's shown that he's ready to carry it. I think his that Shinsuke's contract was running up or something. 'Cause I haven't seen him
You say
since.
that, and then I heard the rumor that he re-signed. So I really, I don't know, but I think he's about to take some time away again, so or something like that. And so that's
I
part of why they
was
took it off,
I was
and they
liking
wanted to give
heel
it back to LA
Shinsuke.
Knight.
I was liking heel Shinsuke. I was like, this is
Oh
this
yeah,
is a nice run for him.
yeah,
I was okay to
he needs a
see.
manager.
Yeah, I was okay to see LA Knight win the title back.
Yeah,
Um, but this dropping this title to Fatu, both of these are great performers. Um, this is not a. I'm pretty sure they told LA Knight this is not a knock to you. This
no,
is we're
no,
we're setting you up for a major title run. We need you to drop the United States title and push you to the next. So Jacob Fatu wins.
well, it's same as with Jay. It's when you see somebody on a rocket ride like Jacob Fatu is right now. How in the world could you line him up against somebody like this who can make him better? And how in the world can you give him a loss in this situation? I mean, even if he wins and doesn't win the title, there are many ways to win without winning the title.
Yeah,
Um, and still make it look good. They could do a rematch sometime in the near future. Could even be next Friday.
Solo
But
could interfere and
yeah,
cause a disqualification against LA Knight because he dumps Jacob. But this is why I kind of want them to put the title on Jacob, and that's why I bring up Solo. I didn't mean to cut you off, but it was
no,
processing, especially when you brought up that whole thing that he could win without. They dropped the ball on Solo. Solo was as big as Jacob is, and they tried to push him too high too fast. He was
yes,
not ready for the Roman Reigns and the Codys. He would have been ready for a United States or IC run. They skipped
sure,
that,
sure.
and when they skipped that for Solo, I think they ruined him. And I'm hoping that night two will see him versus Ray. I mean, not Ray, but Randy. So here you have to put this title on Jacob. You have to.
Absolutely. Because now, well, also we've seen Jacob Fatu start to buck the Solo system. So
Yes.
him getting the belt and Solo be like, "Yeah, give me the title back to our family," and Fatu just go, "I'm out, homie.
Yeah.
I don't need you."
And that could cause him to possibly, when this draft happens, go to the other show.
Good,
Okay. So I'm
definitely. Good.
guessing
I'm
you
right
you
there
two
with you.
agree with Fatu.
It's at for the same reasons I said Jey Uso. There's no reason why Jacob Fatu shouldn't have his hand raised at the end of this. He's so good. I look forward to celebrating his win next Sunday with his cousin Zilla Fatu, who will be in town.
He's going to be in Carrollton?
No, he'll be in Atlanta, but
Oh.
at the Deep South Wrestling Show.
I thought Zilla signed a contract with WWE, though.
Not yet. He's there's a lot. That onion's got tons of layers, tons. In fact, Jacob Fatu and his track to the WWE, there's a lot of the same things going on with Zilla Fatu. That
Okay.
there's a lot of baggage.
I see we've got 8 minutes and 40 seconds.
We do. The next one's going to be really quick, since we both agree on Fatu. Tiffany Stratton is going to defeat Charlotte Flair. It is going to
What
be
I'm
embarrassing for Charlotte because She has tried to be as unprofessional as possible after getting caught off guard the other day. Hey, it happens. I'm not saying Tiffany should have brought up what she did, but Charlotte's way better than the way she reacted to it, and she borderline got disciplined. She almost got dropped off the card from what I heard. And the thing that gave me that inclination, did you see Wade Barrett get in her face and tell her to get back? That told me somebody was in his earpiece and said, Wade, get Charlotte away from Tiffany now.
I This is what I think happened with this whole thing. Everybody, yeah, for somebody the heads of WWE thought Charlotte coming back was going to be something that everybody wanted. Let's put her against Tiffany. Nobody wanted that.
No,
And so what they tried to do was make it personal, and that didn't work either. They
ooh,
tried to make people interested in it by making it personal. That didn't work. And right
no.
now they're like, we're too deep in this. We can't change it. We just got to get through it. So let's get through this match. Tiffany wins. Tiffany wins, and this train wreck will be over. Um, Hopefully Charlotte would disappear for a little bit.
Or Becky or somebody comes back and eggs her on and they get in a feud and it kind of brings Charlotte back up to where she was and everybody forgets about how she nearly got fired live on SmackDown.
So bad.
She went more off script when she did the attack. The attack might have been planned, but all the things she did was not, and she almost cost herself a WrestleMania match.
Main event.
Yeah, main event. Uh, Speaking of which, I was in a corporate cornhole tournament a couple nights ago, and I did rock the OTC shirt and the bright red shoes, and me and my partner made it to the semifinals. Shout out to him on that. We thought we did pretty well. Nobody had us pegged to win the first round, and we won. We won the first two rounds and lost the second one 11-6. We're only playing
Okay.
11. We were doing pretty good. Even your boy putting up a 5 spot to finish off a game all by itself. That was nice. But shout out to Roman. That's why I rock the OTC. Roman Reigns versus CM Punk with Paul Heyman in his corner versus Seth Rollins. And I will start it off with this before I throw it to you. Normally, whatever the go home show is, in their case was Raw, whoever gets attacked normally is going to end up the victor that weekend. So it's not going to be
Both,
Seth
but
Rollins. It's
Roman and CM Punk got attacked though.
correct. This was a time where instead of attacking just one, they attacked two. And they said, you know what? We're not going to tip our hand. We're just going to let you know that even though he made the most sense in what he said on Monday, that the world doesn't need more Romans, that people that don't show up all the time. Hey, that's on Roman. And they don't need a bunch of rebels like CM Punk, giant CM Punk fans. They need more Seth Rollins that show up and do all the work while those other people are gone and getting fired from companies. And I went, he makes a lot of sense, but it's not going to be Seth. I don't think.
Mm. So this has been running through my head now also multiple times. I've had communications with a buddy at work about this. Um, I'm saying Seth Rollins wins because of Paul Heyman joined Seth Rollins. I've been saying this for the longest. Paul Heyman got behind CM Punk and help CM Punk blow up.
Oh yeah, oh
Paul
yeah. Oh,
Heyman,
he was the first Heyman guy.
yes, Paul Heyman. Well, technically, The Undertaker was, but Paul Heyman has me marked in WCW.
Okay, okay, I'll give you
Uh,
that.
uh,
Well,
Paul
no,
Heyman,
he was a Paulie Dangerously guy.
touche, touche. Paul Heyman got behind Roman Reigns, even though Roman, was out there. Paul put him there. Seth Rollins, I don't say he needs it, but he kind of does right now. Kind of
He's always
does.
done it on his own. Well, he had Triple H's help a
Triple
little,
H,
but
yeah.
but he's done a lot on his own. I'll give him. I've always called Seth the this generation's Shawn Michaels. When the lights
So
are on, he shines the brightest.
look, but let's also something else. So I'm gonna run it fast because it's about 3 minutes and 40 seconds. I seen Seth also might be the number three of the Rock thing, and this is why I say this: in the Elimination Chamber match, something happened between John and him. John pushed him, and Seth just kind of looked at him, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And it was like, "What's going on here?" Who helped John Cena win? Seth Rollins. Um, Seth Rollins is always known for saying it's best for business. We were doing what's best for business. John
Yep,
Cena, after the Royal Rumble, said, "I have to win the title because it's best for business."
yep.
So I'm just seeing Seth Rollins here, and I'm seeing something's going to be involved. Paul Heyman now become, I mean, is now Seth Rollins is now a Paul Heyman guy.
All right. I will say that that I like that. But following the logic that I was saying, I actually think it's not going to be Seth, even though now if he did flip, that would make perfect sense. But I don't think it's going to be Roman either. I think they're actually giving CM Punk his nod because he's earned it. I mean, he came back. He's actually been a Boy Scout since he come back, and not
He's
ruffled a single feather. And it kind of, the longer it goes, the more it looks like it was everybody else's fault at the other company because it looks like he's a good
they're
guy.
yeah, yeah, and they're still having troubles at the other company.
Yeah, they are a lot of problems. But
Yeah,
yeah, I actually think CM Punk's going to get the nod. I don't know if it's I don't know if Heyman has anything to do with it. I think he gets laid out at some point by one or both of the other two. But yeah, the only thing I know is that is I'm pretty sure Roman's not going to win.
yeah, I think we both can agree on that one. I can see CM Punk winning for the simple fact he got his main event and he wins.
Yeah,
So I understand that. I understand
yeah,
that.
that's my logic in it, and I'm a fan of all three of these guys.
It's
To
going to be a great match because all three of these are huge stars and they're the reason that WWE is where it's at.
And like we said, since there's about a minute left, I think this is another thing from night one that is going to tie into night two somewhere. And I wouldn't be surprised if one of those three did do something in one of the other matches on the next night. Like, I mean, you mentioned Seth. Maybe it's Seth. I don't think it's Roman. Roman wouldn't join The Rock because The Rock joined Roman, so that would make no sense there. But I mean, CM Punk could middle finger everybody and join The Rock too. Although Seth's just more of a fit. That makes a lot of sense. That's a good take. I like that one. Um, yeah, we're to the end of time. So join us for night two. This is going to post up. Night two is coming up directly following this one. And for Daniel Snyder, I'm Jeremy York. We're the tag team champions of everything WWE media. We will see you guys in a couple minutes. Deuce,
Yes,
deuces.
sir.
Watch WrestleMania.
Watch it.